Welcome to MLB The Show. Dinelson Lamet gets the start for San Diego in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has really struggled coming into this game, right? The league is hitting just under 300 against this guy, and that's something he really needs to improve on. And it'll be interesting to see if that trend continues.
Using this start here. Afternoon for the Cubs, the right fielder, Ian.
First delivery to him on the way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in off a good victory last time out, but first one that was just their second win in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Roll.
Belted out toward deep center field. Back goes Lagares. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting second.
With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. D-Roll, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Yeah, Matty, you take a look at this lineup. The one thing that jumps out is the fact that they are last in stolen bases. They are station to station trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, trying to get in good counts and drive the baseball out of the yard to create their runs.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. His career numbers in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Our temperatures should get us up into the 70s as we move along. 68 at first pitch. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike. Zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Too high, and it's 3-0. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. 0-1 the count. From the belt, the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs strand one, and now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Kyle Hendricks gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performance. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Two and two. Hit back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Plate now, Greg Garcia. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Popped him up. Baez over to his right. One down. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. What's the word on them as they try to split the series, Mark?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves. Line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Lagares leads off first with one away. And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Drilled right back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Step on the bag for one. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. We've played an inning. No score here on the show. Settling in now, Kyle Schwarber. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Grisham is under it to make the catch for out number one.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
All right, guys, let's take a look at how the Pods line up on D. Guys, the person I want to focus on is Eric Hosmer. This guy is coming into his own from the offensive standpoint, but don't get it twisted. This is a Gold Glove first baseman that makes the game look easy on the defensive side.
And that brings up Javi Baez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. 1-0 count. Here it is. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Skied into straightaway right. Myers is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 7th, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he misses. 2-1. And he fouls this one off. Here now the 2-2. Contreras swings, and this is well hit to left. Back goes Grisham, still going back. Onto the third floor balcony and gone. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, he was 0 in the series before that blast, so that's just about as welcome a sight as he could hope for. He got a pitch to his liking and took out a lot of frustration with that swing.
Stepping in now, Nico Horner.
Nico.
As he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. No home runs as of yet, and 7 driven in. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Into the box now, Will Myers. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway.
Will Myers.
Now pitch on the way. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Ball one.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Into the box, Francisco Mejia, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. No balls and a strike to count. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Trent.
Standing in, Trent Grisham. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. No balls and 1 strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. Padres down in order. They still trail 1-0. Now to the plate, Kyle Hendricks. 9-1-2 due up.
Kyle.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball one. Ball one, no strike.
Now the 1-0. Is a slider taken for a ball.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a liner, but foul. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
And he misses with it. Ball 4. And a terrible start to the inning as he's walked the pitcher leading things off.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
So stepping in, Ian Happ flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Nope.
Now a first pitch curveball floats a bit high that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
In now, Jason Kipnis.
27. Jason.
As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Base is empty here with nobody out. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Chris Bryant will be next. Kipnis takes, and this pitch misses for ball 4. It's a free pass.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from this funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
From the stretch. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
1-0 pitch on the way.
Oh, that's out.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Now the 2-0. 2 balls and a strike now. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Fastball swung on and missed. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Count even now at 1-1.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, he's just lost complete control of the baseball in this inning. 2 walks and now a wild pitch. You know he's talking to himself in his head, and I can't imagine he's saying any real nice things either. Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Now this will rattle up against the wall. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
At the plate, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
1-1 to Schwarber.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
From the belt, the pitch. This is line to left. And this is a fair ball as it heads for the Western Metal Supply Company building. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Here comes the Padre manager up out of the dugout heading for the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Javier Baez will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Comes set. Now the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. But it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Myers is under it. 2 down.
Now back.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the air, out to right. Myers is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they pull.
We're back as the Padres line up readies for their third turn with the bats, and unfortunately for them, this club has had its issues on offense. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening, so he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Batting eight.
Set to get his day started, Gordon Beckham. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Now the 1-0. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Digging in now, Nico Horner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Into the box, Kyle Hendricks, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Outside, 3-0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
The 3-0 pitch.
Yeah. Count the 3-1.
And he misses here, ball 4, and somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder and Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ.
And in that last at-bat, it makes you think that this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Myers is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The center fielder, number 27, Jason Kipnis.
Stepping up to the plate, Jason Kipnis. First pitch on its way. Down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. In his career, Kipnis is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. Comes set, and the 0-1. Little chopper back to the mound. Beckham for one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. So it's digging in now for San Diego. Juan Lagares. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The 1-2. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And there's one away. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now. Eric Hosmer to the plate now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
A ball and a strike to the Padres' first baseman. Line drive, base hit to right. And safe at first on a bang-bang play, as that last lunge was enough to beat the throw.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Ball 1, taken just off the inside. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now Myers, a drive. This is to deep left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the end. A 2-run home run off the bat of Will Myers. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and it's now a 5-2 game.
That was a mistake with location, and he drove it out of here. I can't overstate how important this home run is, folks. It's not just the 2 runs. It's what he does. To the guys in the dugout. 5-0 seems pretty desperate, but 5-2 is doable. That changed the whole feel of this game.
The catcher.
Into the box now, Francisco Mejia. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
The next 0-2. Misses for ball 1.
2 strikes.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. The Padres get a couple of runs in the inning on the 2-run home run. We played. Here's Chris Bryant now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. This is line to left. Grisham is under it to make the catch for out number 1.
Now batting.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo. And he takes ball 1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And this will kick off the base of the wall. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 5 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. One and 1 the count now. No contact there, and it's 1 and 2.
Really deceptive changeup right there. It died right before the plate, and he was left reaching for air.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, look at the sliding stop. He is out. Oh, and that looked destined to be an RBI, but a highlight reel stab put an end to that thought.
Number 9.
So a man at third here with 2 gone. And into bat next, the versatile weapon, Javier Baez. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
Here comes the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Just don't understand the game plan right here. Walking up to home plate, you had to think you could potentially be pitched around. But now you find yourself down 0-2, and it's a battle.
Popped high in the air. Hosmer shading to his right. And the inning is over. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, Heidi, thank you. There to take it in is Kipnis, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Standing in, Ty France. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch. Strike 2.
Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Gordon.
First pitch is a sinker, too low. 1-0. Beckham Stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. Certainly a versatile middle infielder playing shortstop today despite being a second baseman naturally.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has been dubbed the second baseman, but I'll tell you what, everybody on this diamond either pitched or played shortstop in Little League. I guarantee you through the ranks he has touched shortstop multiple times, and this will not be too much for him to handle.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. And this one misses inside a ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Fernando Tatis Jr. will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. 0-1 the count. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for San Diego. They trail 5-2. Craig Stammen takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. So striding in, Wilson Contreras. He'll look to get things going here in the Cubs' half of the 6th. Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate. Ready with the 0-1.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
The batter, number 2.
Coming to the plate now, Nico Horner. He was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Lagares. He can't make the play as it hops over the wall, and that's a break for the defense as it's going to keep the runner from first from scoring.
Hey, it's hard to say if he would have scored if the ball hadn't hopped over the wall. They might have held the runner at third because there were no outs, but who knows? Either way, they'll still wind up with a runner at second and third and still no outs after the ground rule double.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Padres are going to get something going out in the bullpen now as a left-hander has stood up to throw. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Softly hit out to short. And it's in time to get him, but they do play to run on the play.
The right fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Getting a few steps off the second there. Now the pitch, and he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 2nd home run of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Now Drew Pomeranz gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the knuckle curve. Strike 1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Pomeranz is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
And that's the second out.
Up next for the Cubs.
In now, Chris Bryant. No hits to this point.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Hit hard up the middle. And boy, the Cubs have come to play as this is good for extra bases as well. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
At the plate now, Anthony Rizzo, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And it's quickly 0-2.
Hey, if you're going to get a swing on a pitch that far in off the plate, pretty much options are wide open.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. And 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes. And now the count is 2-2.
And he popped him up. France in foul ground. But this will land untouched. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed, strike 3. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Here's Juan Lagares, as he'll be the first to hit for the Friars in their half of the 6th inning.
The center fielder.
A ball and no strikes.
Lagares.
2 balls and no strikes to the Padres center fielder.
Now, when you've got a 6-run lead out there, there's no reason not to go right at guys. You have to keep attacking the zone.
The 2-1. Heading out toward shallow right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 5.
So coming to the plate, Greg Garcia. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder, and he makes the catch in the corner.
Now batting, first baseman, Eric.
Stepping into the box, Eric Hosmer. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Bryant is there, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the inning. The next Cub up, Kyle Schwarber. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Schwarber.
First pitch on its way. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
The windup and the 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Javier Baez.
Now at the plate, Javier Baez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ball 1. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike one.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
He stays alive, still 2-2. Two and two now to Baez. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
The 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But no. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Will Myers comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
You'd never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Happ moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Francisco Mejia 0 for 2 on his line thus far. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1.
1-1.
One out, nobody on. Hard hit at third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 2.
Now at the plate, Trent Grisham. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
Now this is on the ground for Baez at short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Striding in, Nico Horner. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see.